Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Newbie Emmanuel again. Here are a few tips that you should know before you transition into tech. First of all, you should know that tech is not a hobby. It is a career path, just like engineering, just like every other career path. Tech fields that you see today, they are career paths, and if you want to go into them, you have to be aware that these fields are going to be like serious career path. They are not like something that you can just try today and leave tomorrow. You have to make sure that you are putting in, dedicating enough time so you can maximize the field for yourself. If not, you might be wasting your time in the long run. When you discover you are wasting your time, it might be too late. So first of all, you have to know that tech is not a hobby. It is an actual career, that you go into, like being an accountant. Though it looks like it's shorter to get into, but it requires more focus. Because if you do not focus, you can spend 5 years in tech and you still haven't achieved anything. You still are a beginner. You're still struggling to get serious jobs. Make sure that you understand first of all that tech is an actual career and you should treat it as one with utmost seriousness and a lot of dedication to learning. There's a lot of mental stress from clients telling you, make it sound fun, make it look better. My wife does not really understand this concept. Make the concept, you are not portraying my views properly. Like, it is a lot of work that comes in tech. You might even doubt yourself. You might have serious imposter syndrome. But that's how it is. Usually, that's how critical fields are. If you look at the apps you use, you look at the softwares that you use on your laptop, your phones, the videos you watch, the brand designs you see online, and you like, I like this idea, I like this, I like that. These things, a lot of work goes into them, and if you are in tech, you will understand that something as small as welcome back on your login page might take like hours to conceptualize, to think, oh, because the client wants this to be fun, the client wants this to be interesting, this shadow, there's nothing showing here. Like, a lot of things goes into it. So you should understand first of all that there's going to be a lot of mental stress. There's definitely a lot of things that goes on in this industry, and mental stress is one of the most recurring thing that everybody is talking about. Like, I'm always mentally stressed. So if you are looking for something easy, stay away from tech. We also prioritize learning, because in your first few months, first year, 2 years, you might be thinking, oh, I want money, I'm journeying for money. That's the thing about people that are journeying for money. Most times they prioritize money and they skip the learning process, and they start earning peanuts from these people looking for people to do anyhow jobs for them. And at the end of the day, you don't have anything on your portfolio. You don't have anything on your portfolio because you did not do any really good work. So you should prioritize learning. Focus on learning in your first few years. Focus on like things that improves your knowledge, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing in the beginning of anything. Learn. It might be difficult, but learn. I have a video that talks about how these things are. Sometimes it might be difficult, but you should approach it as a video game, and know that in the beginning stages it's always difficult, but as time goes on it becomes easy. So open your mind to new knowledge every day, every time, new things. Take on challenges. Practice, learn. The first few years, practice a lot. The next thing that you should look out for and you should know is it's highly competitive. This one you can't even downplay it. It is highly competitive. This is why you should focus on learning, because there's a lot of people that are in tech that are good. Yeah, I don't know if they are good, but there's a lot of people in tech, and there's a lot of them that are positioning like they are good. So most times when you come online, you say, this field is saturated. Sometimes it's not even saturated. It's just filled with a lot of mediocre people that are just average and basic and just trying to survive, looking for money to survive. So, but what will set you apart is your dedication to learning and improvement. If you are constantly improving, the competition has nothing on you. So you have to focus on learning, improving your craft as a techie in any field at all, in copywriting, in product management, whatever. Focus on improving your skills. One of my last videos, I talk about skills you need to actually do well in tech, like the skills you need to improve your competency level. So you should watch the video, and there's the tools you need to acquire those skills. I talked about them in this video. So in this field, there is highly competitive. I even talked about the competitive level of some fields, and you need to focus on learning. That is how you break yourself out of the competitive circle. You have to be focusing on learning, improving your skill level every day, and that's how you can maximize your journey. The next one is to focus on volunteering and open source in your early stages. In your early stages, you might be tempted to want to chase money, chase the bag, but what helps you most is open source contributions and volunteering mostly, because especially when I mean volunteering, not like giving free perks, but maybe taking a little bit of pay cuts. Sometimes you feel like you deserve more than you deserve, but you don't. So just take some pay cuts and get experience, get your project live. Because when your projects are live, you have a lot of people in your portfolio. So you have to focus on volunteering. These are the things that you need to really look into when you are starting out in tech. In your early stages, focus on volunteering, open source contributions, and stuff like that, because these things will help you a lot. In your portfolio, you have to have some good project that you have volunteered on, not necessarily volunteered on, that you have worked on. And as a newbie, you might not be able to work on projects like that will really stand out. So how you can get this project is by volunteering to actually work on them, and this will help you boost your presence, your skill level, and also your experience level. Next, as a newbie and as somebody trying to transition, is to document your journey. Document as you are volunteering, as you are learning new things. Document your journey online. Post on Instagram, post on TikTok, post on Twitter, post on LinkedIn. Show the world that you are learning, that you are getting good at it. This will help you grow. It will help employers and recruiters see that, oh, this guy has been in the field for some time and he has been growing. They will see your growth procedures, how you have been growing, and this will help them really see that you are organic and you are not just somebody that jumped out of nowhere and you are copying somebody else's work. They will see that you have been learning over the years and you are not a fraud. So make sure you take these tips seriously. Firstly, you should know that it is not a hobby. Secondly, you should know that there is a lot of stress, mental stress generally. Third, you should focus on learning, focus on improving your skill, your knowledge base. And you should also know that it's a very competitive field. That's why I said I do not even advise you to quit your job yet. Don't quit your job yet. Make sure you have seen how competitive these fields are, so that you know that, okay, maybe I should just focus on this my job. So it is competitive. You have to know that it's competitive. And you also have to know that volunteering is very important, as well as contribution to open source. Then lastly, you have to document your journey. Show the world that what you're doing, and they'll see that, oh, how this guy became good, how this girl became good. He didn't just disappear from nowhere and just started showing us. Because most times when you check these people that are doing well in tech and you say, this guy just jumped out from nowhere, go check back their history, check back how they have contributed open source, how they have been volunteering for roles. You see their CV, you'll be surprised, this guy worked on this. It's because most of them are doing these things voluntarily. And you also discover a lot of things as your journey comes by. So I do not advise you to quit your job just yet. Just start out first and take it slowly. Maybe when you have a very good knowledge base, you can now start focusing on maybe quitting your job and stuff like that. So thank you very much for joining today. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.